It's the Sean Widmer Podcast. It's a journal by someone that just really doesn't like to write.
Is this on? Hello? Oh, it is. What's up? What's going on? Okay, we're just going to get into it today. Thanks for being part of the Sean Widmer Podcast. Very cool. Very cool. How are you? What's going on? What's new? What have I missed? A lot. What have you missed? A lot. What are we doing? Okay, if you noticed by the episode's title, it looks different today than they normally do. Why? Well, we are doing a new chapter of the podcast, and I've been milling this around for 2 months now, trying to figure out what I want to do to re-spark things, keep things going, keep things fresh for me. And I've had a hard time uploading Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You know that. You've been following along. I've been having a hard time keeping up with it. So I'm thinking in my head, okay, I talked about this before. Let's go to 1 day a week or 2 days, Monday, Friday, maybe just Monday, a long one. Maybe that would work. But instead, what we're going to do is I'm going to chase something I've never done. I've done releases Monday, Wednesday, Friday a lot. I've done releases, sporadically here and there when I'm motivated. I've never done 100 days in a row of podcasting, and I want to because I think it sounds awesome. Now, what is that going to mean? Well, starting today, this is number 1, okay, in this new series. Number 1. These episodes are going to be at least 5 minutes, and they could be up to an hour. I don't know. They could be super duper long. I'm not going to put myself in the box of your favorite 15-minute podcast. We're going to do 5 minutes to infinity. So who knows? One day I might get Brandon on, I might get my cousin on, I might get Jack Ferris on, whoever, and just talk for a very long time. Anyhow. Oh, hang on. Okay, never mind. So I'm just looking at my wife. She was thinking about, it's 10 o'clock, 10:40. We didn't eat dinner. And she's like, did we eat dinner? No, we didn't. I'm going to hit the podcast with life stories and just things that are on my brain. And that's going to be what the podcast is, with the goal of 100 days in a row. I'm excited about it. So we were just on vacation. The Widmer family was on vacation. I've got stories for the next couple episodes on vacation stuff that are not just like, hey, we went to dinner and this is the restaurant. Not necessarily that, more some takeaways. But we went to the beach. So we went to Myrtle Beach. It was my first experience at Myrtle Beach, a beach that I've heard about in TV shows and music. So we went with my mother-in-law, with my sister-in-law was there with 2 of her kids, and it was a blast. So much fun. I'm a Myrtle Beach fan. It is a great location to go with kids. They had a lot of fun activities for kids. They had a lot of fun activities for adults as well. But I could see us, if we go there fairly regularly, as the kids get older, they had 6 really cool different miniature golf courses. Some insanely intricate, some basic, just things like that everywhere. They had a boardwalk, or it's called Broadway. It's this little area along the river that it has a ton of. Hang on, my phone's blowing up. That's what happens when I tell you, when I hit record, it just starts blowing up. Okay, that's actually somewhat serious stuff we'll talk about at the end of the podcast. But they've got this little place where there's rides, tons of rides, and I've got stories on that for later in this week. We're at the beach, though, and the place we stayed at a swimming pool and a beach. And I realized a couple things. One, the ocean is awesome to play in the beach. I'm not a big ocean fan. I'm terrified of the ocean out in the depths. I don't want to know what's in there. I had a terrible experience when I was, I just turned 18 years old. I was a senior in high school. Micah Huffman and I went to Aruba, the most beautiful beaches I've ever seen in my life. An awesome trip with Andy Shedd and Jeff Wardle. Great trip. Micah and I went snorkeling. Water crystal clear, crazy colorful fish. We go snorkeling for an hour. We don't pay attention to where we're at because we are we can see the bottom of the ocean. It's so crystal clear. It was crazy. And the ocean was 15 feet below us. I think I've told this story before. 15 feet below us. We could dive down and get kind of close. I remember being kind of nervous because I'm scared of the ocean. we hit a part where we hit the cliff that goes straight down and pitch blackness, couldn't see a thing. My heart started racing. I felt like I was going to drown. Like I forgot how to swim. It was one of the most scared I've ever been in my life. My heart starts to race right now thinking about it. And we came up out of the water. We had not come out of the water for probably 30 minutes because you just go up, you got the snorkel, you're breathing. We had the ocean, the beach was so shallow for so long. We had thought we were just kind of swimming around for 30 minutes. We had swam away from the beach and we're now a 15 to 20 minute swim from the beach. And I was at maximum scared because we had gone too far out. That was it for me with the ocean. Anyways, all that to say, we went to the beach and I love the beach. Like I love getting in a wave and like trying to body surf it. I've always wanted to real surf. I just like it. I like getting a boogie board and getting in waves. So my kids, 6-year-old, 4-year-old, are going out to the ocean. And I'm like, this is going to be fun to be out in the waves with them and experience the waves. It's fun until the first one gets knocked over by a wave and you realize they're too young to really handle that. And the ocean begins to suck them out. And that fear that I have again of the ocean being the dominant force reared its ugly head. And I was like, I can't be out here with 2 kids. I can do one at a time, but 2 of them when the ocean's a little bit aggressive, no chance. I don't have that in me. So the ocean won again, defeated me. The other thing that happened with the ocean, the first day I get there, my wife had got there 2 days before me with my mother-in-law. God bless my mother-in-law. She was the trooper of troopers on this trip. The always great to travel with and vacation with Lisa, the best. So she had got out there. My wife and my kids and my mother-in-law were out there getting the weekend groove going. So I get out there, and the first day I'm there, I go to the beach in the morning with the kids. My wife takes Woods, the baby, the almost 2-year-old this month, up to take a nap. And I look back and my mother-in-law, I'm still at the beach with Olivia. Anna had taken Huck as well, hoping he'd nap. I look back, my mother-in-law is on her phone and she's looking at me and her face looks somewhat serious. And I'm like, that's not good. So I kind of meander over, grab my daughter from getting sucked out into the ocean. And I'm like, what's going on? She's like, have you talked to your wife? I'm like, no, she's going to the emergency room. Woods slipped in the bathtub and cracked his chin open. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. And so one thing I knew he didn't cry because the boy doesn't cry at anything. It's kind of terrifying. But I call my wife. She's like, yeah, he slipped in the bathtub, hit the edge of the bath. She's like, he didn't make a sound, so I didn't think anything was wrong. And then I lifted him up and he was kind of like irritated. And then I looked and he was just pouring blood out of his chin. And sure enough, probably 1.5 inches long gap or gash that was wide. I would have also, it was just like obvious he needed to go to the emergency room. Both of us assumed stitches. She sent a picture. I'm like, well, this is going to be 4 stitches at least to get this closed. Well, the good news was they only had to glue it. So they glued it. And I'm thinking, okay, well, this is a success. My wife's taking him to the ER. They glued it. He's going to come back. This is great. And on the way out of the urgent care, wherever, the emergency room, the hospital, they tell my wife, okay, he's going to be cool. He's fine. This is going to seal up. Everything's good. All you got to do is keep him out of the water for 72 hours. Oh, that's it? So we came on vacation to the beach. Now, all I got to do is keep a almost 2-year-old out of the ocean that he fell in love with for the last 2 days. Nah, it's fine. Yeah, no worries. So perchance he gets in the water or is interested. What happens? Well, it could get infected and things could go horribly wrong. Oh, gosh. Doctor, give me a different solution, please. So all I have to do is tell a 2-year-old, don't go in the water, buddy. That's easy. They listen well. So that was our game for 2 days with Woods, keeping him out of the ocean. He actually did a pretty good job. We found some Band-Aids that he's not bothered by anything. It's crazy. My other kids, if you put a Band-Aid anywhere on their body, they rip it off in the first 30 seconds. We get these Band-Aids that seal the area around a wound. And so he could at least splash around a little bit, not go underwater and swim. And he never touched him. You just put him on. He's like, yeah, I get it. I cut my chin open. I want to play in the water a little bit. So this is my penance. But man, trying to keep him away from going underwater was wild. And he just looked at you. He knew he wasn't supposed to go underwater. He just looks at me with that look of, if you turn your head at all, I mean, a moment of turning your head. I don't need much. I'm in. I'm under. You blink. If you blink longer than normal, you yawn, Dad. If you yawn and your eyes closed, cooked. You're done. Brandon's calling me. I'm telling you, my phone, when I record the podcast, hang on, let's answer this real quick. Let's see what he's saying. Brandon, I'm putting you on speakerphone. I'm recording the podcast. What's happening?
You're recording the podcast right now?
Yeah. What's up? You're on it. You're sort of.
I was just on. Go ahead.
No,
Sorry.
you're sort of on it. I want to give you that heads up.
I just wanted to call and tell you we just took home the championship at the Coyote Country Tournament.
At the golf event?
Yep.
You got to be kidding me.
Jay Daniels, second place.
Did you
I think there are some judgmental looks.
Did you play with the 93.7 The Mountain golf ball?
I did for a little bit. It ended up in some water, but I did for a shot.
That's my guy. Oh, for one shot.
For one shot.
Okay. Well, the
It
90.
was probably more than one, but it did end up in some water.
I'm glad the 93.7 The Mountain ball was on the team that won the Coyote Country tournament. That's big news. Well, congratulations. Who was on your team?
My brother, a buddy, and a guy from work that's also a buddy. Went to high school with him.
Okay. Congratulations. By the way, how's the new job?
The new job's wonderful.
You know what? You know two things we love, Brandon?
What?
Numerica Credit Union and 93.7 The Mountain.
In America.
In America, three things. There's three things. In American soccer, four things.
American soccer is sick.
It's
Is that
sick.
what you're talking about right now?
No, I was talking about my son cutting his chin open on vacation and the doctor telling me, hey, everything's going to be fine. Just keep him out of the water for 72 hours. I said, good.
So
We're at
do you
the beach.
remember how I used to have to press top 25 voters when they wouldn't include the Zags appropriately?
Yes.
Back in like 2012?
Yes.
I had to put that pressure on your wife for her kid rankings.
Dude, thank you.
I couldn't let Huck get docked 3 points for spilling some crackers.
That's it. I mean, right. Come on. Yeah, he dirtied it up a little bit. We're on a car for 10 hours. What do you think he's going to?
You guys bought a car with a built-in vacuum.
Yeah, you got to expect the crackers. The crackers can't dock the kid's success rate on the travel home.
So I was happy to hear on the travel back to Kentucky, he got a 9 out of 10. It felt like if I questioned it. I said, what was he docked for? It was reasonable. I felt like he got a fair shake on the way home.
Yeah, he was a 9 out of 10 for sure. Woods is like the golden child. I think she rated him a 2 out of 10 on the drive home. He was a 0 out of 10. I'm just going to flat out, he's my guy. I love him, but he was a 0 out of 10.
Power ranking your kids, Olivia's always been one for me, but I think Huck is in the lead spot right now.
Well, you might think differently if you were hanging with him for like a week straight.
I don't have to, though.
You're right, so he can stay top spot. Okay, I'm going to go finish recording. I'm going to go finish recording. Congratulations on the win.
Okay, see ya.
I love that so much. Brandon goes and wins my new rival station. He wins their golf tournament. That's my guy. Okay, so that's day one. We're at 1 in a row. I'll talk to you tomorrow. I did want to say this for those who watch on YouTube. I can promise you, as we're trying to do 100 days in a row, they will not all make it on YouTube. I'm going to try to get all of them, but the way my recording works, the way that the camera I'm using works, it doesn't always work. And that's been a hindering block that has caused me to not record sometimes. So those days, I'm not going to dive into trying to fix it. I'm just going to record audio. So you're going to get the 100 streak. Will at least always be on like Spotify and Apple Podcasts and YouTube Music, and hopefully on YouTube. But the days it's not on YouTube, just know it's probably available on audio somewhere else, and I just couldn't get the video working. All right, talk to you tomorrow for 2 in a row.